about that. We're back. We're only down for like a minute or two.
That's a long time. People could have left.
No, they'll be back. They'll be back. All right.
Okay. So I think what we were saying was,
right.
were there any pop culture moments in 2016 that we think has had a positive impact on society? And I was saying how I hope it's Oscar So White, and this idea that America is full of people of different colors and different stories and different backgrounds, and hopefully we can get actors to play those roles appropriately. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because one of the comments said Steve's a technical difficulty. I think in terms of positive impact, it depends. I consider activism, though it can get like dark and difficult and murky to have a positive impact. So I would say, I think Facebook Live and the things that you can do through it can have a positive impact.
Okay.
Okay, let's do our last two categories, right?
Hopefully we can just kind of breeze through them. Yeah.
All right, so the first one is 2016 Loser of 2016, right? The first one is Kanye West for reasons we've already spoken about. Ryan Lochte, because what did he even do again? If you could,
he lied about being held at gunpoint because he didn't want to get in trouble with his mom, but then he got the government involved. I don't know, Rio didn't really need that, and they were already struggling with this reputation that they're a crime-ridden city, and he definitely didn't help. And then it turned out he was lying anyway. So Ryan Lochte.
2016 Loser, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's first L ever. That's big, I think.
Yeah. But you know what? Everyone goes through ups and downs, right? And this was her down, and maybe she'll come back in 2017
we'll
on
see.
an upswing.
I'm really excited to hear her next album.
Yeah, I hope she drops it Lemonade style.
No, you think she would though?
Like an audio-visual album.
Oh, like that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Next one is Nate Parker. You want to go into why? We've spoken about it in previous podcasts.
I think he paid for it. So basically, he was supposed to be the darling of this movie award season with Birth of a Nation, and because he got so plagued caught up in this sexual assault case that he had been not convicted on, but it was definitely a big part of his life years past. All of it, I feel like, could have been redeemable had he had a different attitude about it.
Agreed.
If he had been more remorseful about stuff, instead of coming out and just being like, that happened a really long time ago, and I have changed or whatever. So his movie paid for it, and I think. Unfortunately, the people in the movie paid for it too, because I think there are probably some great performances in that movie, and they're also being punished for it, But I think it's unfortunate, but if this is an example of what not to do, then maybe he needs to pay that price. Mm-hmm. I don't know why Casey Affleck isn't being treated the same way, and maybe I do know why. # white privilege, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
But, yeah, Nate Parker for sure.
Yeah. The next one is the film industry.
Do you want to explain
in general? Yeah. I think, we take a look at our nominees for Best Movie, and the quality of movies has gone down. There are a few standouts. I think, La La Land is definitely one of them, but when we take a look at movies released this year, it's hard to think of what movies we're going to look back on fondly as, we did the New Classics podcast the other week. I don't think there's any that are going to land on that list. And in general, I think the film industry has, every year I feel like they release information that's we've made less money every year for the past 5-6 years.
Yeah. And it's weird because TV's totally going in this different way, different way.
We talk about peak TV. We don't talk about peak movie,
constant, innovative ways of distribution, and film just seems to be stuck, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I agree. And then though, do you want to do the last nominee?
Yeah, 2016 loser would be 2016 itself. I think when we think about that, we're talking about a lot of the stuff that we talked about, like stuff happening to people, but I think in more recent times it's been about a lot of the deaths that have happened this year. Most recently, Carrie Fisher and her mom, Debbie Reynolds, but really, like, the list goes on, right? Bowie, George Michael, Alan Rickman.
Dick?
Robin Thicke's dad? Yeah, but Alan Rickman is Professor Snape.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost Snape. I forgot.
Excuse us a moment while Steve mourns.
Oh, that's right.
But but that's just like a short list. It's just, it really does go on, and did you know this guy started a Kickstarter
to save Betty White?
to protect Betty White in the last 3 days of 2016. Good luck with that, dude. But I think we all kind of just want 2016 to be over.
I agree. I think that's both our. I think we can read 2016 as a 2016 loser.
Yeah.
Last one. Ready? 2016 winner.
Oh, so last category. Yes.
Last category.
Great. So, okay, SNL. We put SNL down.
Yeah.
I think SNL. I watch SNL all the time. So
even on non-election years.
Yeah, I watch SNL all the time, and I
Whoa.
watch it every week. But I think SNL particularly has a cultural relevance, especially in election years, because there's so much good stuff that they could be using, and they didn't disappoint this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think, they're not just on here because they're culturally relevant during election years. That's every election year. But I think for me, it's because they made the most out of every opportunity that they were given. Every skit they hit out of the park, whether it was before the election during the debates, or it was like the one right after the election.
Yeah.
So that's one for me. What's the next one?
Beyonce, she's a winner all the time, but Lemonade was cemented, I think, her. Did you know that she gave no interviews this year? It's really hard. There's so many things about Beyonce that's really hard to be and do when you're not Beyonce. So, she literally gave no interviews, right? She dropped this album without any promotion, and it was, the most buzzed about, it was the most talked about, and it wasn't just, the, week before and after. It was for quite a long time, right? And, as I was saying before, the album itself is really, really good, but culturally, we couldn't help but talk about Becky with the good hair and, who Jay-Z had cheated on her with, if he had even done that, right? Because, who knows? None of this could be true, and she could just be, making all this stuff. We don't know because she hasn't granted any interviews. I feel like this was Beyonce's year because, she's become this, pinnacle of, cultural influence. We care about her art as much as we care about her life, and sometimes those things aren't are mutually exclusive, right? Sometimes you care more about someone's art or more about someone's life than and I think they go hand in hand, and she's really one of only celebrities that applies to.
I agree. Let's see, the next one is the O.J. Simpson story. So, really, as in, we should probably explain. We don't mean that.
Yeah,
it's a great story.
When I was doing this, I was like, O.J. Simpson had a great year, and Steve was like, "Can we say O.J. Simpson's story?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, I think the story was huge at the time, and you could almost pinpoint the trial as to being the birth of modern day celebrity, right? And modern day obsession with celebrity.
Yep.
And I think everyone, whether it was the ESPN documentary or the FX TV show, they covered it so brilliantly, and they each did something a little different, but they hit the notes perfectly. And so the story kind of was almost like re-released for like a new generation.
Yeah,
you know?
and then also there was also O.J. Simpson Made in America, which is the ESPN
doc,
ABC doc. It's like 8 hours long. It's really, really long. But
I've seen it on a lot of people's best movie lists.
yeah, it's good. I watched the first episode, and the
Okay.
rest are on my DVR. But it's just there's so much there. There's so much footage because it is like an 8 hour long documentary. And they released it in theaters because they want to be up for an Oscar. So I think we'll definitely be hearing about that again. But it is interesting, the timing of it all, right? Like it's kind of coming at the same time as each other. So definitely the O.J. Simpson story.
The next one. Ready? Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda / Hamilton.
Yeah.
So you want to lead off? Let me lead off because then you fit. Every once in a while, there are Broadway shows that take Broadway by storm, and it's like what's the like most impossible ticket to get? And this year it was Hamilton, but like it's not just that it like took that title from Book of Mormon, but it was the way it did it, and it seems like there's something about it that put it on a different tier. You know, whereas like normally it's something that's that only people on like the coasts or like people who are in like urban who live in major metropolitan cities are aware of, but Hamilton I feel like took the whole country by storm. You know, and you have people who like know the lyrics to the songs like the back of their hand. They've never even seen it yet.
Yeah.
They live all over the country. It's not just New York, LA, Chicago, whatever. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
And Lin-Manuel Miranda is the genius behind it all, and he is a genius, and he had an incredible year, right? So like he finished up his run on Hamilton in July, and then he's been busy. So while he was working on Hamilton, he was also writing the music for Moana, the Disney movie, the animated movie that came out.
He's doing Mary Poppins, right?
He's now living in London because he's filming Mary Poppins.
And he's got that TV show or something, like on HBO or whatever, like the sci-fi fantasy thing.
It's going to be like the next Game of Thrones.
The next Game of Thrones, that's what I heard.
It's a fantasy series that like rivals Game of Thrones, and he's like apparently this huge fan of it. So he's producing that, and he dropped the Hamilton mixtape, and he also was on an episode of Drunk History, which is also like a show that I love watching. Did you ever watch Drunk History?
I have no idea what that
I
is.
think you would love it. It's a show. Actually, I don't know which. I think it's on Comedy Central, but I could totally be wrong. But basically, this guy has a bunch of like random people on, comedians and or like actors on, and they get drunk together, and then the person retells a story, like a historical story that happened.
Oh.
And because they're drunk, like it gets mumbled up and like they're like hiccuping and they're just like whatever. But they get famous people to reenact the story, so they're lip syncing, like mouthing the way that the story is. So like when they're cursing, like the person's curse. Like I'm just describing it so badly.
No, I think I know exactly what you're
So
talking about.
Lin-Manuel Miranda was on, and he told the story of like Hamilton and Burr's rivalry, and he gets really, really plastered. And the way he like tells it is like super funny. So basically, he's had a great year, and he's gonna be rich forever.
Very nice. Next one, Donald Glover, right? Atlanta, new album. I think that's really it. I think we've covered Atlanta. The new album I've heard is good. I haven't listened to it.
Yeah.
And so I think he deserves to be on this list.
And he's not just like the star of Atlanta. He like
he's the
writes,
writer,
directs.
yeah.
I don't think he directs, but he is the executive producer.
Yeah.
So like when we talk about
He
Atlanta,
runs the writers' room.
It's him. It's him and his brother.
Yes.
Okay, so
You know what? No, just go.
Okay, fine. Peak TV.
Big TV.
So there's so much TV now that it's really, really hard to figure out what to watch.
And it's not even like there's
One.
it's all like mediocre TV. It's all
Yeah.
really good
Yeah.
TV,
Yeah.
right? And so we've gotten to a point where there's so much good TV to watch. I don't think there are enough hours in a week to watch everything.
I tried to figure it out, but I can't.
Impossible. Right?
But not only that, I think I added this on here not just because of the amount of good TV that's on, but the way that everybody is sort of innovating the way you watch TV, right? So like there's so many different streaming platforms that you can get like your content on, and now like some of the network television or like basic cables doing it. So like for as an example, like TBS just debuted a show called Search Party, which I haven't watched yet, but they released it all on one day. So there was a marathon of it, right? And so now it's
like on TBS?
Mm-hmm. So from like noon to like 11 p.m. they had released all, and like that's something that's never been done before. And now you can find it on like on demand at tbs.com or like whatever. So they're playing around. They're like, even cable television is like, or network television, they're trying to figure out like what works. And what people's like viewing habits are, and are like trying to like figure out how they can get on it. And not only that, I feel like network television has also had some like almost a renaissance, because there's been a lot of good shows on network television. Like This Is Us, which is a show on NBC that I talked about. Like, it's been breaking records, and it's consistently great, and the ratings have stayed great, because sometimes, a lot of the times, like, like
it'll start high
and then go plummet. But it's like stayed even. The new Kiefer Sutherland show, Designated Survivor, I watch it. I enjoy it. I wish he was my president. He has the voice for it, certainly. So those are just two examples. But like, I do think that like television, network television, is like hanging in. They're hanging in there.
Excellent. Last one is Michael Phelps. If we have Ryan Lochte as a loser, we should have Michael Phelps as a winner.
He was just so amazing.
And
just watching him, right? So, I don't think we have much more to say about it. I just think, like, if you're going to be an Olympic athlete, be Michael Phelps. Not to say that he hasn't had his share of, like, troubles, right? Like,
I see what you meant. I thought you meant, like, win 16.
No, like, don't be a Ryan Lochte, right?
I see what
like,
you're saying,
especially at the
No,
Olympics.
definitely,
I don't
definitely.
care if your event is over. Can you, like, have more respect for your host country, and also, like, have more respect for the country that you're representing? I don't know. So thank you, Michael Phelps, for making the Summer Olympics amazing. And I think that rounds out. Wait, so if you had to pick one winner.
I'm going to go Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Okay.
I don't think anyone had a better year
Okay.
than him.
I'm going to go with Beyonce.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Should we do...
Let's do, like,
we have
two questions, and then we're almost done. So thanks for staying with us.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
It's not like they have anything better to do.
That's not true, Steve.
It's not true.
I know you're
ready?
busy.
Who would be your standout public figure for 2016, negative or positive? I'm going to say standout, Beyonce. Positive, for sure.
Okay.
I think not just artistically, but I think she's been able to balance the whole art and activism act in 2016. So I think that's who it is for me.
I'm going to go with President Barack Obama, because I think he is the most culturally, relevant. What, Steve?
That's a great answer.
Okay, well.
I feel like you won that.
Why don't you just
I know it's not a
in?
competition, but
Why
I feel
don't
like
you just
won.
jump in and tell me what you want to say?
I don't know.
I
Can
gave
you
it to you.
finish?
You know what? Barack Obama.
No,
what
you
are your
finish.
thoughts?
What did you? No, you can finish. Do you?
No,
have
I
any more
think
you
he's
wanna say?
just.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's a
like
good
he's
answer.
gonna. Of all the crazy things that were happening, he and his wife managed to remain classy. They managed to remain funny, and they were like our dads, right? Like reassuring us that this country is going to be okay. I don't know if it is, but if Barack Obama says it is, then maybe I should believe that. And we have them for 17 more days. So like, let's appreciate that. But I just think he's so funny, like, and cool. Did you watch his interview with Trevor Noah?
I watched part of it.
It's great. It's great. Yeah.
It's good.
He can be serious when he needs to, and then he's like, he can be funny when he needs to, you know?
All right, ready.
You don't want to add to that?
Nah, you said it all.
Okay.
So do you have any new podcast recommendations since your episode dedicated to podcasts from this summer? Do you have any new ones?
That's a question from Reba. Frankly, I don't remember what we talked about in the summer, but I have a new obsession. It's called My Favorite Murder. I don't know if I talked about it, so maybe it's not new. But it's these two female, I think they're comedians or comedy writers, and they talk about, they discuss like murder cases that have happened, but like
Real ones?
they read through and then like their commentary is funny because
So it's not like a serial kind of.
No. Like it's like no one is listening when we're talking about this and like laughing about stuff, but like they're talking about murder, so that's the topic. So my favorite murder. I also really like Selena Dunham, who is a very polarizing figure, I guess. Has a podcast called Women of the Hour, and I think season 2 has just began a couple weeks back, and I think it's just really well produced and really relevant. So check that out.
Okay.
You?
No, I'm actually trying to limit the podcast.
I have so many podcasts. I can't.
I have to stop listening to them. That's a great question.
Okay.
Next, do you have any 2016 birth trends that you wish will die in 2017? Things that start, you know.
I'm trying to think. I mean, is it terrible to say Pokemon Go? But...
You know, that's the only thing I could think of, and I want it to die in 2017 just because I don't play it anymore. If I don't play it, I don't want anyone else to play it because I'm competitive like that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question, Eddie. I just don't have an answer.
We'll get back to this one. Here's a question from our social media manager. Had Taylor Swift's 1989 album been released in 2016, do you think it would still win Album of the Year at the Grammys over Kanye West's Life of Pablo and Beyonce's?
Is Kanye West's album nominated for Best Album?
I don't know.
I don't know that it is. The short answer is no. I think Lemonade's going to win. And I know it's up against Adele, and I don't like to pit women against each other, but it is what it is. Like, they have equal amount of nominations, if not, like, very similar. I just think Lemonade is such a superior album. Like, to the non-existent Taylor Swift album. Like, no, just kidding. Like, I don't know, but, like, I would imagine that Lemonade's gonna win everything.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think I agree. If 1989 had come out this
year...
I'm
sorry. The question is 1980. Are you saying...
Yeah, if 1989
Oh, I love 1989. Yeah, no, I think just the fact that Beyonce covers different genres in one album and can pull that off, like, I think it's Lemonade. I'm so sorry, I misread the question.
I think if 1989 had come out in 2016,
yeah,
Lemonade would still win. But if Lemonade had come out in 2015, 1989 would win. Because I think with Lemonade, right? Mm-hmm. I think with Lemonade, a lot of it is when it was released, what was going on when it was released, the things that are happening in pop culture, the things that are happening in politics. I think all of that is wrapped into Lemonade and why it's like almost guaranteed that it will win. I don't know if Lemonade is a demonstrably better album than 1989.
Have you listened to Lemonade?
Yeah.
No, I'm not asking this like.
Yeah. They're both good in such different ways.
Yeah.
You know, where I mean, I think I'll say it. I don't know which one would have won on like in a vacuum in equal footing, but I think it's a lot closer if they'd been released in previous years together than now together.
Okay, I got you. All right, cool. So I think we kind of want to wrap everything up by what we're looking forward to in 2017.
Yeah.
Since we only have 2 more days and we really want 2016 to end, right?
Yeah. I mean, 2016 was a great year for me personally. Not
a
great year.
Oh my gosh,
not
me
a great
too.
year. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was.
So many things happened for us, I guess, both in 2016 that personally I'll look back on it fondly.
Yeah.
And then so many terrible
But just
things
like
happened.
culturally, not so great. So what are we looking forward to 2017? You want to take turns? We'll go back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, I only have 2, so yeah.
So okay. So first one for me is Star Wars. Can't wait. Just really excited for that in general. What about you?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
I'm so excited because I think Emma Watson is just so perfect for Belle. And as long as they can kind of, like, from the trailer, it looks like they follow the movie really closely. And if that's the case, then they can't go wrong because the base material is like really good. Even though we talked about how like Stockholm Syndrome felt like whatever. But yeah, and Dan Stevens, who is Beast, used to be on Downton Abbey, and I used to like love him. But he I think he spends most of the movie like beast mode, so we're probably not going to see
Beast mode.
probably not going to see his beautiful face, but I love him.
We spend most of the movie in beast mode. I just have one more. Actually.
Yes.
I'm gonna do Game of Thrones. I think it's gonna be released a little later than it normally comes out around early spring, but I think this year they're gonna, because of production delays or whatever, they're gonna do summer or even like late summer. So I'm really excited for that.
And then are we not seeing it for a while? Like, weren't people talking about there's like crazy long lag time between seasons for Game of Thrones?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
it's annual. I think it's annual.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Wait, yeah, and then one more from me. There's a lot of new music coming out, I think. So rumored to be releasing new stuff. Katy Perry, Lorde, Arcade Fire, who I really like, Jay-Z, and hopefully Taylor Swift, maybe, with the rebuttal of all the things that we talked about.
I can't wait
Yeah.
for that. Okay, so is that it? Are we done?
I think so.
4 hours later, are we done?
Thanks for sticking with us for like 2 hours.
They didn't have anything else to do. It's fine.
Stop! People are busy. They're giving us their time. We should be more appreciative.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you want to say some announcements?
Yeah. So we have one announcement. So we'd gotten such great feedback about some of the promo videos that we were doing. That we decided in 2017 we will continue the podcast, but we will also be we'll be recording video along with it. So we have a YouTube channel that we're gonna provide the link to on our Facebook page, and so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. So with every episode there will be an accompanying video and audio components. So if you prefer watching us, on your computer, then go for it on YouTube. If you are one of those people that like listening to us, in your car on the way to and from work, then you can continue to download the podcast. But we'll be having video and audio for most, if not all, the episodes in 2017.
And then we'll try to do some special videos here and there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not all of them have to be live because this is pretty nerve-wracking, you guys.
It was not. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. Are you nervous? Are you still nervous?
No, but I was. But I'm always nervous before an episode.
Oh yeah. That's true. And then last but not least, we want to
thank everybody.
Thank everyone. We want a special shout out to one person in particular, Russell, who was he helped co-host some of the episodes earlier on in the NoOneIsListening Podcast. I don't know.
Yeah.
History.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Shout out to him. He's still part of the family. Missing him. Wishing him well. And
our social media manager who has also been helping us field questions.
Also my fiance.
Yes, Steve's fiance. And also like everybody who watched and also sent us questions. Thank you so much. Sorry that we couldn't provide you with better answers. I guess we don't do.
Our answers were great.
Okay.
The only one we didn't answer was what other podcasts do we listen to?
I answered that one.
Well, you did. I didn't. Yeah, but everything else we. Oh no, what was the one we didn't answer? There was one.
We struggled with like.
Oh, what trends will die?
Oh yeah, sorry, Eddie. We'll get back to you.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a great question.
I don't know.
But I think this is it, right?
Yeah. So you know what? After this, we'll be posting the link to the YouTube channel, and this will be probably one of the first videos. We've already uploaded the promo videos, and this will be up there too. I know that there were audio-video sync issues, but I think I can. I don't want to make any promises, but I think I can take care of that in YouTube.
Okay. And this was our first time doing all this, so thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I did. I had a blast.
We always have a blast with these things.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, let's go eat.
Let's go eat. Okay, all right. That's it for us.